taking the first step could easily be one of the hardest things that you'll ever have to do in your life. And I mean that in every possible aspect in life. Because especially if you're venturing into something new, if you're venturing in an uncharted territory, right? It could be something that you've always wanted to do but you were scared to do. It could be something that, a new job, a new group of people, a new environment, new school, anything and everything. Just everything that falls under uncharted territory. Taking the first step is one of the hardest and scariest thing that you could ever do. And that's common sense, right? That's our natural instinct. That's how we usually feel as human beings. And it's, of course, very understandable because it's something that we're not familiar with or that we're not used to it, right? And it's always the case whenever we try and do something new. And as excited as you may be in trying to go and do some new things, there's always that lingering feeling of fear. Like every excitement, every step that you will take, there's always something behind those steps. And that will be your fear. Fear of venturing into the new world, new environment, new everything. Right? And I mean, I think for me, the first step would be not you deciding that you'll actually do it, but after the fact that you decide to do it is your actual first step. And some people might say that the first step is you deciding to actually do it. But that's easy to do, right? It's easy to think that you'll do something. It's easy to do, it's easy to think that you'll push through something, that you'll push through a hard thing, that you'll push through that's something that you've always wanted. That's easy to do. The hardest thing is what comes after that. Whether you back that up, whether you back your word up, right? And I think it's something that a lot of us downplay. We downplay how difficult it is in taking the first step. And I'm just here to validate your fear, that it's okay to be scared. But, take that as an encouragement. Take that as a sign of you actually trying in life. That's a sign of you trying. Because in the first place, if you're not trying in life, you wouldn't venture into new things, right? You wouldn't take these new steps towards something, right? That's the sign of you trying in life. And I'm proud of you. Proud of you for doing that. And it's something not a lot of people have the courage to do. A lot of people are scared to take the first step because there are a lot of risks that comes with it, that come with venturing into something new. And that's understandable as well. I'm not invalidating nor downplaying those people, no. I'm just saying that it takes a lot of guts to push through something, to take the first step, to push through your words, to push through that promise that you made to yourself that you'll actually do it, that you'll push through it no matter how difficult it is, that no matter how much the risks are. And I don't know, it's just something that I wanted to talk about and give my 2 cents about it, because I feel like a lot of people don't actually appreciate it that much when it comes to their efforts, when it comes to their courage, the courage that it took to take that first step, to take that leap of faith. And I know it may vary from people to people, how long the distance that from that first step, how far that first step is. And I know we all have different upbringings, we all have different resources at our disposal, but it's something that essentially the same for everyone. The courage that it will take you to take that first step is essentially the same for everyone. I know, as I've said, we have different upbringings, we have different resources, but that doesn't remove the fact that it takes courage to take that first step, right? And I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker or anything like that, because I'm not. I'm just some guy with some thoughts who just want to share some things. And I want to say that no matter how people may downplay your efforts, no matter how they may belittle your efforts in taking your first step, no matter how much they laugh at you, you shouldn't care. because they don't know how hard it was for you to take that first step. And it's up to you to appreciate yourself, to appreciate that courage it took you to take that first step. And if you don't do it yourself, if you don't celebrate it yourself, who would celebrate it with you if you yourself don't celebrate it with yourself, right? And I know it sounds cliche when I say that you are your own friend. And I don't mean it in a way wherein I'm telling you to be lonely, to be alone. No. I'm just saying that you can be surrounded with a lot of people and still feel lonely. And you have to get used to you being your own cheerleader. You have to get used to you being your motivator. You have to get used to you being comfortable being alone, being with yourself, and being comfortable enough to push through things just on your own. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't seek comfort, that you shouldn't seek help from other people. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you have to make sure that you're giving your all on your own first before seeking help from others. Why? Because if you constantly do that, you'll be more dependent on them. But what if, just in the near future, what if they don't become, or they aren't your friends anymore? What if you're not close with the people that you're close now? What if you're not close with them in the future? So who would you rely on at that point if you're so dependently relying on them almost every time, right? So that's my point. I want you to get used to you, or get used to being with yourself, being comfortable enough with yourself to be motivated by yourself, being able to push through things on your own. And as I've said time and time again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't seek help from others. No. At first, you have to get used to it on your own. And it's not something that it's easy to do. I know that. Of course, I'm not saying that it's just easy to do, right? It's something that's hard to do, especially if you've been constantly surrounded by great people, right? And I know it's a great feeling, but as I've said, they're not always there for you because people have their own problems, right? People have their own things that they have to deal with. And it's just something that I wanted to put out there. I hope this made sense to you. I hope I help you in some way. And I hope that you got something out of this video that will help you see, that may help you change your views in some way on the positive side of it. And I just hope that I help you in some way. And I guess that's about it. Stay awesome.